What's up YouTube? Josh here from GamePlayersRUs, back with another gaming grabs video. It's been kind of a slow week, but I got a lot of cool stuff, so I want to get a video out while I can. Things are picking up in school, so who knows when the next one's going to come out, so I figured I have a chance now, I might as well do it. So let's just jump right in. First off, I was at work. One of my coworkers knows that I collect games and things like that, so he basically was talking about trying to trade in games for a new PS3 controller to GameStop. So when he took in his games, this was one of the games they wouldn't even take. It actually had a trade-in value of 1 cent, so he just decided not to trade it in and he gave it to me for free at work. And that's Homefront on the Xbox 360. Supposedly a pretty decent shooter on the 360. I haven't played it, although I've been interested in it. But just never got around to actually picking it up, but really looking forward to actually playing it. The story in it sounds really cool. It kind of reminds me of basically like Red Dawn type deal, which I love that movie anyway. The old one, the new one's decent, but anyways, getting off topic. But really looking forward to actually playing that. When school dies down, then I can actually play games. I'm gonna move on to what I picked up yesterday. This is kind of out of order, but I'm kind of going in like least coolest to coolest, I guess you could say. I picked up an NES game. I haven't picked up an NES game in a very long time, and it's not anything special. It's just Major League Baseball on the NES. It's an LJN game. I looked up some gameplay of this, and it looks pretty terrible. But again, it's an NES game. This was only, I think it was $3 or $4. I can't remember. Anything under $5, $5 or less for an NES game, I'll pick it up if it's at Value Village or Goodwill. I might as well at that point, so even if they're sports games. So really cool to add that. And this is actually the surprise of, I think, the week, essentially. I picked up a PS3 game that wasn't $10 at Value Village. Normally anything new gen, or say last gen I could say now, like Xbox 360, Wii, PS3, anything like that, even PSP games at times, they're all like flat rate $10 at Value Village. I guess they've finally realized that people just aren't going to buy them for $10 because they're actually cheaper at EB Games, as I've mentioned in a couple other videos. So this was actually marked for $4, so I figured I would pick it up. I already have this game, but this is actually in much better shape than mine. And it's Motorstorm for the PS3. This is the not for resale edition. Very good condition, and it actually comes with a manual. Which mine does not have, so I'll be swapping this out for mine and just selling or trading off my other one. Then I picked up some new gen stuff for my PS4. Finally, I can get new games, and I'm actually really excited to get this. I picked this up at launch. I actually didn't even hear about it until a couple of days ago, and then I heard that it was coming out fairly recent, and I just, you know what, I had to go get it. It looks really, really cool. And that's Middleearth, Shadow of Mordor. It's kind of been, I guess, related or compared to Assassin's Creed. But honestly, when I look at it, I see more of like Batman Arkham influences in it. Really, really cool game. Very, very brutal. So it's a lot of fun, actually. Definitely check it out if you get a chance. Having so much fun with that. While I was there, one of the guys I've gotten to know at EB Games or GameStop, whatever you want to call it. He's gotten to know me actually kind of almost by name at this point. Every time I come in, he's like, oh, what can I get you this time? Or, I don't know, some other term of endearment, I guess you want to call it. Anyways, he knows that I come in and I spend money at this EB Games. This is where I usually get my deals from. And while I was picking that up, they were looking for the disc on it. It was the last copy they had, and so they had to pull the one off the shelf and find the disc for it. So another person came in looking for Diablo 3 on the PS4, and they didn't have any used copies, so he had to buy a new one from EB Games. Anyways, but the guy there that I know, he said, hey man, I would actually have my copy in my bag. I was going to trade it in for credit towards Shadow of Mordor, but if you want it, I'll sell it to you. But the guy didn't have cash, so he couldn't do it, so you had to buy the one from the store. But I kind of just chimed in and I was like, hey, how much for that Diablo 3? He was like, honestly, looking for like $40 for it, which is decent. That's pretty much what it's going for. It's definitely, that's cheaper than, you know, I'd get it out of an EB Games or a GameStop. So I opened my wallet, I looked, I only had $30 in my wallet, and I said, hey man, I got 30 bucks, will you take it? And he said, sure, that's fine. So we had to like leave the store so he could hand it to me there. And anyways, it's Diablo 3, the Reaper of Souls edition. It comes with Diablo 3, which is really cool that it has actually both games on it. Ultimate Evil edition, really, really cool. So 30 bucks for that used. That's a steal in my opinion. You can't find this game for less than 40 bucks right now, so more than happy to add to the collection. And might I add, this has 4-player co-op mode. And I'm a huge co-op buff. I love playing games on the couch with my friends. So yeah, really excited to get that. Especially, again, $30. Go figure, right? And then another Value Village. This was actually one of the first finds of the week. Or the past 2 weeks, I should say. I found some Super Nintendo games. And this is, again, not something I really find a whole lot of. But I figured I'd grab them while they were there. And they're 2 really good games. This one I have on the Sega Genesis, but the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis versions are very, very different. The Genesis one is more of a platformer, and this one's more of like a beat-em-up brawler. And that's Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo. Really, really cool. They had these marked at $8, and normally I wouldn't pick them up for $8, but for the second game, I didn't want them to realize there was a difference between the two and just pick up one, so I took one for the team, and I paid $8 for that, even though it's probably only worth about $5, but you know what, for the next game, I'm more than happy to pick up. I would have picked up all the $8 games there if it had more of them, but still really happy to get that. Definitely cool to have both versions of the same game on different systems, but are different games. And this is definitely the find of the week. It's Mega Man X2. Yeah, they had this for $8 at Value Village. This is why I thrift, guys. This is why you check those Value Villages, you check those Goodwills. You will go for however long without finding anything, and then a find like this just makes up for it, right? So, as you can see, there's a bit of slight discoloration there, but it's really not that bad. And then a kind of a sticker on top. But I should be able to get that off without too much hassle. But I really want to take my time. I really don't want to just hurt this label. But definitely one of the more expensive games I have in my collection now. So really excited to have that. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know when my next video will come up, but hopefully we can figure out something in between. I'm just going to throw this out there. Now that I have a PS4, I do plan on uploading a lot more to our second channel, which is GamePlayersRUs. I don't know where the influence for that name came from, but you can check out the link below. I will leave a link to that channel. We only have one gameplay up. I think Ben put some Mario Kart footage up, but those are kind of hit and miss for what people watch. And we have one with me and Ben and my other friend Andrew, who's been kind of active on this channel, but he wants to be more involved on the GamePlayersRUs channel. So now that I have a PS4, I can hit the share button and I can upload to that. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of that if I can. And anyways, it just makes it a lot easier. So check that out. Subscribe if you like it or if you want to see more. That is it, you guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys next time.